Hey everybody, my name is Leslie Miranda. I'm a licensed therapist in Camarillo, and I want to talk with you all today. I want to provide some more tips that you can use to help yourself when you're feeling stressed, when you need an energy boost, and all around when you're just trying to relax and get your brain maybe working just a little bit better. This is called cross patterning. Now, years ago, I studied something called 3-in-1 Concepts, which was a program that helped people with stress and used muscle testing as a way to get biofeedback from the body. And when we would get that biofeedback, we would figure out what was going on, what was amiss in the person's emotional state, or what was going on and what their thinking was, and then we would give a correction that would address that, again, oftentimes based on muscle testing. One such correction was called cross patterning. Well, now years later, fast forward, and I'm doing EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing, and one of the techniques that we use is bilateral stimulation, meaning that it works with both sides of the brain. And sure enough, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what cross patterning was doing. So it's neat when there's that connection, and it's really neat to have seen the way that our healing arts have evolved and our understanding of how to treat people, and even, my goodness, the understanding of the brain. So cross patterning, though, is still a tried and true technique that I highly recommend. It is great if you or someone you know, or you know someone that's a student and they're about to take a test. It's an incredible technique to use if you get some kind of test anxiety. It's just a great technique to use in general if you're in a little bit of a slump. It's a great technique to use during like the afternoon slump that some people get. And even before participating in something athletic that requires your brain, or if you were studying dance and needed to learn a new dance and maybe you're not that great at learning the steps, this would be a great technique to use. So enough fanfare, and without further ado, I will teach you cross patterning. I will probably need to just show you from the side, just to keep it all modest, but basically you just lift one leg, same arm, same leg, and then you do your little dance. So start with the same arm, same leg, and it's nice to, at this moment, take a nice deep breath too. So you're moving, but you're also staying nice and relaxed. And then you switch. And notice I'm bringing my hand around and I'm crossing. So there's the cross patterning. The idea here is that when I'm moving my left leg, for instance, my right brain is working, and when I'm using my right arm, my left brain is working, and I'm having to use them all at once and all together and get this to work together in harmony. Now, I'm practiced at it, and it seems like it's so easy, and it's not that hard, but you might be really curious to see what happens if you were to get up and try this right now, and to see if, well, how well coordinated you are at the moment. Over time, it gets a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to implement, but oftentimes there's sort of that little bit of a brain freeze where people are like, wait a minute. And the other thing is also get your heart rate up just a little bit, so be mindful of that, which can again be great if you need to take a test and you've been sitting and you need to get energized. So you just do this for a bit. It's not really that long or that hard that you need to do it. And what you're going to do is you're going to end in the cross patterning place. So you end at this point. So that's it. I know I totally should have been a hip hop dancer. It's completely evident from what we're seeing here. So that's cross patterning. Try it, see what happens. Just a great technique that gets your brain engaged and thinking, gets the blood circulating, and it's just a really good thing if you need to use your mind, but also if you need to use your body, and if you need to have the two of them work together. So try it, see what you think. I'd love to get your comments.